Hi, welcome to T&B Living, Coffee and Conversations, where real estate, design, and everyday life come together, helping you love where you live. Today's coffee is from Second State Coffee, one of my favorite spots here in Charleston. We're taking a stroll through downtown Charleston. For those of us who live here, it's easy to take some of these things for granted, but every once in a while, it's fun just to go downtown and be a tourist in your own town. So here are some of my favorite highlights worth revisiting. Let's start with Rainbow Row, one of Charleston's most photographed landmarks. Visitors love the pastel-colored homes, and locals love the history behind them. Did you know there's a great dog park right across the street from Rainbow Row, next to a cobblestone street just off East Bay? We used to go there a lot. And my mom's cousin used to live on Trad Street right around the corner, and she was such a character. She would invite people just to come in and look at her garden and her brick-paved courtyard. I used to tell her not to do that, to have strangers in her home, but she just couldn't resist entertaining visitors. And nothing says Charleston like a horse-drawn carriage ride. They can be a little frustrating if you get stuck behind one in traffic, but visitors love them. It's a unique way to hear Charleston stories while clip-clopping down the streets of Charleston. Waterfront Park is another favorite spot where there are fountains where kids can play in the water. There's, of course, the iconic Charleston Pineapple Fountain, and then views of the Charleston Harbor, where it's not unusual to see sailboats going by. Everyone loves having their picture made in front of the Pineapple Fountain, and including some of my past clients who we toured downtown together and had to have that traditional picture in Charleston. The city market has been part of Charleston since the 1800s. It's still fun to walk through, even as a local. I have a couple of artist friends who show their work there, so I enjoy stopping by to say hello and see what's going on. Of course, King Street is a great shopping area full of boutiques, antiques, and local shops. One of the best times to visit King Street is on Second Sunday, where they close off the road and everybody mingles around. Restaurants set up tables out on the sidewalks, and it just becomes a community event. At the tip of the Charleston Peninsula is the Battery and White Point Garden. In downtown Charleston, overlooking the Battery, and there's beautiful homes along the way here. It's always fun to stroll down the Battery, look out over the water, and just see the historic mansions that line the streets. It's also one of the best spots in Charleston for photos, and the garden is a nice place just to stroll through and take in the sights and relax under the big, huge, gorgeous oak trees. This is White Point Garden, and it's right in the downtown Charleston area. It's very historic. You can see the cannons. It's a public park, and it's open until like 11 p.m. It has beautiful little walking trails, live oak trees. It's just a great place to relax and take in the scenery. It's right off the Battery. Did you know that the Dock Street Theater was America's first theater? And today it's the home of Charleston Stage Productions. Right now they're doing The Sound of Music. I have several friends who volunteer there as ushers, and it's a great way to see the shows while you're also serving the community. The Gibbes Museum of Art is one of my favorite stops. It's a place that celebrates Charleston's artistic heritage, and it has treasures throughout of different local artists and historic collections. One is the miniature collection. I have a family friend, Catherine Scott Crawford, who spoke about her latest book that's based on this collection, and it's called The Miniaturist Assistant, and it was inspired by the Gibbes Museum. It's definitely worth a visit to take a look at all the artwork and the historic things from Charleston. I recently was able to visit the Aiken-Rhett House with the Charleston Magazine Club, and it is a home from the 19th century Charleston life. It is, it's been preserved rather than restored, and it just gives you this sense of history when you walk through. It's so interesting to see how things were back in the day and get a glimpse of what life was like back in those days of Charleston. These are just a few of the highlights that make downtown Charleston so special, and it's a reminder for us locals to sometimes just take an afternoon and enjoy our own backyard. I'm Trudy Mercy Brown with TMB Living, Real Estate and Interiors. Thanks for joining me on the Charleston Highlight Tour, and whether you're visiting, relocating, or already living here, I'd love to help you love where you live.